Asperger's takes the lead. I remember talking about this. Vampire babies, the basement babies, the kids that are being raised right now with no social interaction outside of that with the parents and the World Wide Web, and how, sure, maybe that's information gathering, but they need social interaction. You need to be in a room with somebody to know how they feel. And you need to know how they feel to know how they think. You need to be able to know if they're screwing with you in a text message with exclamation points and an LOL, or whether they're screwing with you in person. If you're in a room with somebody, and see, this is what it's like with the angry shipping lady. This is a perfect example. How we feel is releasing pheromones through our body. Our mind, the way we think, creates how we feel, and it produces these pheromones, and they're just shooting through our bodies. And what happens? You exhale them. And so you walk in feeling like it's a new day. Every day's a fresh start for me. Everybody gets a new chance. And you walk into that office and you got someone going, Jesus fucking Christ, blah, 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 blah. As soon as you walk in, like she's waiting for somebody that she can trust. And you're just sitting there going, and you start breathing that stuff in the air. 6 feet, social distancing. Keep your space. That's a valid thing right there. I mean, we got that going on. That's another way to look at it. That's a positive. You can't really breathe the hate that they're feeling because it's getting stuck in their mask, and they're sucking it right back in, which compounds their hate. And it makes them go from being someone that people are afraid of to just simply becoming a laughing stock. A laughing stock, everybody laughing like Grand Central Station around here. And so, but you inhale that and you feel how they are. So you're angry. It happens very fast. You don't even realize it's going on. But that's part of joy. That's part of love. Everything we're feeling is something we're sharing with the breath of life. And now I hear they're talking about school when it starts back up. The kids sitting in desks 6 feet away from each other or something, with masks on. You can't even see a smile. You don't even know what a smiling eye looks like until you connect it with a smiling face. So now all they get is the eyes. They get me grinning behind my mask. I say, oh, you can't see me smiling. I get nervous sometimes. These people, these persons, they don't understand that I'm joking. And I say, you can't see me smiling. And they're like, oh, I can see your eyes. But it's because they've been conditioned to understand a smiling eye. Now you just got this crazy look coming over a mask when somebody says something. You're like, I don't know what's going on. And so they're getting ready to raise these children with minutia of social interaction. They don't get the smiling eyes. They don't get the touch, the wrestle, the closeness, the heat of another's body. And so what that means to me is that we are going to be raising a generation of people that exhibit the same symptoms as someone with Asperger's without having the chemical makeup, which Asperger's itself, they very intelligent people. It's not a disorder. I've always thought it was the apex of humanity. I thought that if you're really going to be human, the way animals feel emotion, they cry at the side of the road when another friend of theirs has been hit. And they attack when their emotive responses, these things. And me, I don't know if you figured this out or not yet, but I am a very sensitive person. And I learned through the years just to shut it off. Let's get to the point. Let's see what's real. Let's not act like an animal on this. Yet at the same time, in such things as play and sexual excursions, you get to let the animal out. So there's a connection. You have the animal and the intellectual. That's a healthy human, I think. I feel pretty good. But you got these Asperger's people, they are designed this way. They're coded. They're way ahead of the curve. They may be where we're all going. And what's going to happen is this generation of kids is growing up like this without very critical periods, learning emotional responses and just being able to feel, you know. Days coming when the leaders are going to be Asperger's because they're so smart and unfeeling, whereas the other people, they aren't going to be that smart. They were never designed to be smart. They just got unfeeling by happenstance. That's not something that's going to be passed on genetically. And what I feel like when I say Asperger's takes the lead is that an Asperger running for president, that's a good leader. An Asperger person is not a politician. You look at the word politician, it comes from politics, it comes from the word polite. What does polite mean? Polite means to say something to someone that you don't mean because you don't want to hurt their feelings. It's manners. It's just one of those things, you know. It's a lie. And Asperger's, I've heard talk, they have a hard time with a lie. There's no use for it. It's just garbage. Let's get to the point. So I believe even today, our best possible candidates for leaders in this world would be Asperger's, because they'll tell it to us straight. At least you know what they're talking about when they say it. Not look over there. What's he wearing? Asperger's wins.